jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
First in the building. AU on deck. Let's get it, WCS. Feed the people with 5 loaves and 2 fish. I know where you at with it, bro. I know where you at with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And look, them loaves and that fish is gonna go a long ways, man. Way to kick off the evening podcast. I like that, man. Good shit, man. Salute to you. He said, feed the people with 5 loaves and 2 fish. If you ever read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? If you ever read the Bible, who am I not to identify? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to AU for being the first on deck in the building. As you notice, I always pin the first comment to the top. Why? Because that person was the first in the building, goddammit. I got to recognize the front line that's right here in the trenches waiting. You know what I'm saying? Supporting the channel. I appreciate you, man. Big Blunts and Boxing on deck. What's good with it? The GOAT is on deck. Yes, sir. Appreciate your work, man. What's good, OG? What's good with your blunts? Carlos Rosado on deck. The Errolsexuals are dying inside. Bud predicted this would happen 5 years ago, man. Hey, it's chaos and mayhem. I gotta tell you all something that happened today, which is quite different for me. It's real talk. Samara Warren on deck, man. Peace and blessings. Beloved, salute WCS. Certify, stamp the like button and support the grind. I appreciate you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? Everyone that's in the building early, hit the like button for me. I don't do this for fun. And look, there's going to come a time and place when I'm going to turn on the camera consistently. And that's when we're going to go to another, you know what I'm saying? We're going to take it to another level, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, today, y'all, you know, when y'all get back to me, I'm going to get back to y'all. I got some trivia. Nobody's did the trivia like I'm about to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have some trivia for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do it a way that it can't be any conflict. It can't be any conflict because that's what those working minds come up with. Yeah, I'm doing a giveaway today. And it's going to be all based off trivia. So it ain't no nothing and all that. You know what I'm saying? Predetermined, set up, fake, funky. But it will be fresh. It will be fresh. You know, I'm gonna get back some money to the hottest chat in the game. I'm gonna give y'all a time to make some money today. Yes, sir. I appreciate the donations. No doubt about it. It's respect both ways. You know what I'm saying? Way is on deck. Exo Factory is on deck this evening. Salute OGW says, what's good, big bro? The hottest chat in the game. We back at it. Yeah, you know what it is, man. We got to continue to police and clean up the streets there, XO. We have to continue to clean up the streets because, like I said prior to the fight, It was going to be a lot of littering, loitering. You know what I'm saying? A lot of, just messing up the clean roadways that we work so hard. You know what I'm saying? We go around here based off the honor system. You know what I'm saying? They go out here based off nothing. No morals, no principle. Strays up here, just eating and shitting. You know what I'm saying? Don't care about nothing. And then look, I'm just simply taken back as to why they're not in huge numbers over here since that T-Mobile massacre. That was a T-Mobile massacre. It will go down in history as the T-Mobile massacre, y'all. That was the T-Mobile massacre. The first ever of its kind. That was the Las Vegas T-Mobile massacre we witnessed on July 29th. WJ Luckett on deck. Salute WCS. The day before the fight, Errol was going to kill Bud. The day after the fight, we get a million excuses as to why Errol got beat worse than Martin by Tommy Hearns. I would say you was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But you're just disrespectful. God damn. I mean, just disrespectful after it. I mean, you're just up there with salt in your hand, just sprinkling that. Can I get some cayenne pepper, please? Yeah. Lemon. One lemon, cut it in half. Yeah, squeeze the lemon juice. Yeah. That's just disrespectful, man. The wound hadn't even began to heal yet, that WJ. And you up here just sprinkling cayenne pepper. Goddamn, you got wasabi on the tip of your fingers, rubbing, massaging that shit, wasabi in that motherfucker. You got vapor rub in there, man. Y'all savage, bro. Y'all are savage, man. Seriously. What's gotten into y'all, man? Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports. Salute, chat fam. Salute WCS 2 times. What's good? What's good? Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports on deck. Where are the strays? I'm searching to the Himalayas. Like Jerome. Jerome's in the house. Shut your mouth. That my favorite. I used to love it. Real talk. I used to love that shit. Toby Bartlett on deck. Salute WCS in the chat. We're global, baby. We're global. Toby, you know I'll be paying attention, right? You didn't put nothing about the fish fry. Man, you was giving a countdown. I mean, at the top of the chat, at least the brother opened up and said 5 loaves, 2 fish. The whole time you've been putting in there fish fry. Did you finish all the fish, man? Did you finish it all up? You must have finished all your fish, man. It's only Tuesday, big dog. It's only Tuesday, bro. Detroit D-Town on deck. What up, though? You already know. Shout out to Juice Lee with the $2 super chat on deck. Now EJ had a neurological McRib injury. Damn. At least he got fed though, Juice. Let me ask you this, Juice. Real talk, man. I want to ask you a serious question, bro. Do you think when you said McRib, do you think you got Spence to get a little appetite? You know what I'm saying? Because I know he'd probably be peeking in here. Do you think when you said McRib, he said, you know what? Forget the crab legs. I'm going over there and get me a McRib. I love them motherfuckers, dog. I'm hungry too. I'm goddamn in the process of rehydrating. Damn, I'm healing up. Do you think he went and got a McRib, dog? I think he probably got a McRib, dog, for real. But that'll be too much, man. I think his lips probably still swollen and everything. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just curious. He might have been, because he put a plate up there with crab legs. So he might have been thinking about crab legs. And then you put that McRib up there. He said, hell no. I'm going to go to Mickey D's. Get me a McRib, shawty. Yes, sir. I just got all this money, too. I'm going to get a McRib. I'm going to get a McRib. NO on deck. What it do? What up, WCS in the chat? What it do, man? But shout out to Juice Lee with the $2 super chat. Much appreciated, brother. One love to you, man. Thanks for supporting. Dead Game Boxing, been a minute, man. What's good? See you on deck. Salute to you. Pound for Pound King Bud Myers boxing channel is on deck. Man, I feel the heat, man. I feel the heat from the hottest chat in the game. Man, we've been lighting up the airways. We've been talking this boxing talk, interacting with the topics, and got some knowledgeable people. You know what I'm saying? Some knowledgeable people, not some clowns. You know what I'm saying? I can say this. It's people that look and tune in, and they can see the chat is different. You know what I'm saying? It's some circus clowns out here that be in these chats, just be talking, and the shit don't even be on the topic. But this chat is different, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be doing your thing for real. Don Vaughn on deck. What's good? Salute WCS in the chat. Andrew Charles on deck. The Spencerholic community has been suffering a mass. Let me get my Eddie Hearns. The Spencerholic community has been suffering a massive mental breakdown since Saturday, and it's been highly entertaining for me to watch. You know what I mean? AJ, you agree with me, right? AJ, you understand? Yeah. I get it, man. It's been hilarious. They have been having a breakdown. So if you're looking at the thumbnail, hopefully everyone understands where I was going with the message. Just another one of my masterpiece creations. It says the Errolsexuals escaped to underground Texas tavern. That's how I visualize the Errolsexuals. They all gathered up together to go to the underground to talk about how they're going to come up with excuses. And wouldn't you know who was waiting at the top of the mound hill while they was all scurrying for cover? Dr. Scam 805. You know what I'm saying? And look, you know I was the first one to talk about him. You know what I'm saying? Calling him out on his shit. Y'all know what it was. It's okay. Y'all know what it was. I called him out on his shit, bro. I called him out on his shit. Because this dude used to call in that same show talking about steroids. It's some funny business going on with this guy. You're supposed to be a steroid expert, but yet you say you deal with elderly people. We're going to get to him. That's why I had to put Dr. Scam 805 up here. You know what I'm saying? Because they want to go underground and listen to everything he has to say. Because, first of all, he sound like he was white, Caucasian, right? And he might can fool them. He might can fool them with the fake credentials. You know what I'm saying? He might can fool. How can you sit up here and speak about steroids on one side, and now all of a sudden you're talking about residual neurological damage? We ain't buying it. We ain't buying it. You ain't qualified to talk on that. Boxing fans talk on deck. Check mark. I see you checking in, man. Salute to you. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Andrew Charles on deck. I see you. DJ7, peace to the chat. Peace to WCS. Peace to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Always a pleasure. 39 in the building. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like button. Should be 39 likes, man. For those of you that's window shopping, if you're over here listening, all you got to do is just hit it. That's it. Boom. Hit the like button, man. Shout out to Martin King Boxing on deck. What's good with it, Ron? He said Errolsexuals hiding out at Bikini Bottom. I heard a scoop they chilling at SpongeBob's crib. I hope SpongeBob ain't dealing with these cats. My kid really likes SpongeBob growing. I wouldn't have to tell him, hey, no more SpongeBob. None of that. I knew you just like it, but he done switched up, man. I'm gonna have to let him know. Real talk. I'm gonna have to have a father-son talk. He too old for that shit, but every now and then that shit come on TV. You know what I'm saying? SpongeBob hilarious. He said, you niggas is dead wrong ducking everyone all that loud talking energy for years. Man, you know, how can they do that, Ron? How can they all of a sudden scurry to the undergrounds? You know what I'm saying? The undercarriages of old freaking pork and bean cans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Candy wrappers, dumpsters. They scurrying for cover, man. You can see they little beady eyes looking out in the opening. They're all trying to meet up secretly, discuss new ways to come up and try to determine what they witnessed. How did they believe that it would be so easy? How did they believe? How did they even think, rather? How did they even think they would be a witness to the T-Mobile massacre? That's exactly what happened. And there's no way around it. They can get mad all they want. It was the T-Mobile massacre, real talk. He got slaughtered, period. And he suspended to September. So he's suspended to September, which still gives him time if they're going to fight in December. You're talking about October, November, which is 8 weeks. If he gets in camp, right, maintains his weight, he can get in the training camp for 8 weeks, okay? If the fight is going to be at 154, kudos to him. All right, kudos to him. I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm all for the Terrence Crawford. Before I was like, don't appease him at all. You know what I'm saying? Let him go to 154. But you know, I can't tell him what to do. But my suggestion would be, if you go to 154, Terrence is going to be even stronger than he was at 147. And we expect to give the Errolsexuals a second chance. You know, because right now, you know, Ron, they on the ventilator. You know what I'm saying? They on life support there, Ron. You know, Lucky, Toby, Andrew, Don. You know what I'm saying? Blunts, Sycamores. They on life support. They on the ventilator, bro. Boxing fan talk. They on the ventilator. They need help breathing right now. They've been up there just trying to find out what more can we do. Is there any other news out there? Is there any other news out there? Man, I just need something new. See that doctor scam 805 shit ain't gonna work. And the shame, the shame of it all, to see certain channels run with this neurological narrative from a guy that's unqualified to speak on it. It's a reason why they call brain surgeons. Okay, I never heard them call a CNA a brain surgeon. You know what I'm saying? I never heard them call a dentist a brain surgeon, but you may have somebody call you a doctor. I just never heard in the medical field that the highest form, the big dogs, they are all considered the same in the medical industry just because you work in the hospital. Like a RN, she's not considered a doctor. You know what I'm saying? She's not considered a doctor. There are certain levels and positions that you have to go through, certain type of criteria and certificates and education that you have to be a part of to be considered a doctor in that field. But this guy right here has people running with the narrative just off site that Errol Spence had neurological situations going on. So SB90, what's good? The celebration ain't over. We in here. Yes, sir. You already know. Denise Ward, the queen, back in the building. Hey, Denise, appreciate you always supporting the channel. You know what I'm saying? You are the triple OG of Queens, man. You know what I'm saying? Lisa Bales is too now, but Denise been around. You know what I'm saying? She used to drop in and support. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Hope everything been good with you and the fam. Knockdown 305. Niggas don't went ghost for real. You know it, man. They just trying to gather themselves and regroup. There's no way to regroup about this. You all think just because you was talking in the company of others. You was running with the same narrative. You believe that's all it took to make people believe that what you were saying was truth. What you were saying was relevant. It can take a lot of people, and all y'all can be wrong. I'm not saying your faith in Errol Spence going in the ring. I think a lot of you all truly have faith that he can go in the ring and beat Crawford. I'm not denying that. You know what I'm saying? Just like I had total faith that Crawford was going to annihilate this dude, and it wasn't a 50-50 fight. You know, people can hold me on that. I said it's not going to be a 50-50 fight. Yes, I was wrong about the 6th round, but we all know that he could have finished him before or at the 6th round. He could have. But due to the crowd, due to Terrence Crawford, you know, whatever he was thinking in his mind, you know, the energy, the vibe, the buzz that he was feeling in there. I can imagine the buzz that Crawford was feeling in there. You know what I'm saying? I can't imagine the buzz, man. I can't imagine hearing the people, you know what I'm saying, for every punch, how they react to the activity and the punch exchange that was going on between him and Spence. Both fighters can hear that. I'm pretty sure, man, it was frenetic in there. All those stars that was up in there, all those it was that star-studded affair, man, from the boxers to the basketball, football, man. I mean, celebrities in general, man. It was just so many people in there. Boxing fans all over the place. I can only imagine what that's like, man. I'm gonna try and find the link of a guy I saw on YouTube pleading with Errol to retire. Don't play with your health to not take a rematch. Let's be honest. Everyone knew Errol Spence defense was hot garbage. Yeah. But see, this is where it separates the hardcore boxing fans from the ones that actually provide analytics based off them not being closed-minded. And in order for you can get closed-minded analytics, right? But what is analytics? That means you're looking at results. A lot of times you have to go into a situation if you plan on troubleshooting it or dissecting it, so to speak. You know, taking all your evidence to come up with a resolution or a solution to the formula that you're putting together, right? So you gather these analytics, just like they say Crawford collects data when he go into a fight. You pick certain data to where you're trying to go with it, and you put it together, and you just try to piece it. You know what I'm saying? You try to say, okay, this, and this, right? But the crazy part about when it comes to boxing fans getting analytics about Spence, their analytics was his forward aggression, this phenomenal power that they say he had. It was a weird, strange, you know what I'm saying, acceptance that they had, not seeing him knock guys clean out. He wasn't doing the Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He was just breaking dudes down, just like Crawford. Crawford would break guys down. But somehow, some way, his fans thought, listen, he's this power puncher. And look, and we was telling them, right? The hottest chat in the game was telling the Errolsexuals, who is he knocking out, man? Who was he knocking out? So we took it back from the time that they supposed to say that he was doing all these high pay-per-view numbers. He was the heavy lifter, right? So we went to Mikey Garcia. All the excuses that went into Mikey Garcia, I don't even want to replay them, dog. I don't even want to use my oxygen on that shit. But I heard somebody say the dumbest thing ever, that he was trying to prove to people he can box. Look, he was already champion. He had already went into the 11th. The person who said it, you can feel some type of way about it. You should. You know who you are. But that was one of the dumbest comments that I've heard on the YouTube community. And the people that was there, it was one guy that tried to correct you. All right. But the other guys try to chime in. Like they have this beta type system going on. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy, bro. But I'm like, okay. Somebody said he was trying to prove to the people he can box, a lightweight. I can't even take too much time on it, but what was the analytics in that? Well, why would he try to do that? What was all the knockout power? He couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. It was a shame. And then you get to Sean Porter. That fight was extremely nice because not only was it a unified title fight, but we know Sean Porter was going to bring it. But the one thing that the analytics to them that they didn't really care about was the fact that Errol Spence had already beat Kell Brook, who beat Sean Porter. So heading into that fight, Sean Porter almost upset the apple cart, didn't he? He almost did. He almost prevented Errol Spence from having his moment July 29th. Sean Porter almost put that to rest. He almost did it. He almost did it, man. Yo, he almost did it. And I want you to hold that, bookmark that, because I'm going to come back to it. And I'm going to make a point that I know you heard over here first, right? I'm going to make a point because I tried to analytically, collect data and break this shit down over and over again to piece little pictures together to let the chat know. Matter of fact, I'll let you know where I'm going with it, right? So in light of what we've been hearing for all the excuses, right? Sean Porter, right, almost squeaked out. He almost upset the apple cart with Spence. He pulled out a split decision, lost. He almost did it. He almost did it. So check this out. Check this out, y'all. Tell me if this ain't some real shit. He fought Sean Porter, who Errol Spence squeaked out a split decision win over Sean Porter. He did it, right? This was before the accident. So Bud fights Sean Porter. We know how that turned out. All right. They gave him no credit. He was a shell of himself. But let's go back to the fight that they give Errol Spence credit for. Sean Porter. They went life and limb. They give him massive credit for Sean Porter. Even though Sean Porter lost to Kell Brook, who Errol Spence beat, they gave Errol Spence full credit for Sean Porter. Now, somebody answer me this. If they gave him full credit, Errol Spence, for beating Sean Porter before the accident, then Terrence come in here and stop Spence, who had a split decision win over Sean Porter. Terrence Crawford beats Sean Porter and stops him in 10 rounds. He goes in here and stops Errol Spence in 9 rounds. How can you couple the two together and not have the same concern to say, well, check this out. Errol Spence barely beat Sean Porter. Now, if we want to put these two together and say, okay, there's a trend going on here. Bud Crawford stopped Sean Porter. And he stopped Errol Spence. So how can you sit up here and say, well, it's neurological shit. It's excuses. When Errol Spence barely squeaked out a win against Sean Porter, but Terrence came in here and left no doubt. How? This man barely squeaked out a split decision with Sean Porter, but Terrence Crawford gets his second straight. I'm talking about with top, considered to be top tier. We're not talking about Avanesian. We know he got flatline. We're talking about the ranking system. We're talking about the guys who's supposed to have been in the ranking systems that everybody talked about, the common opponents. How can you take Errol Spence squeaking out a split decision over Sean Porter and then having Terrence Crawford, who stopped Sean Porter, then turn around and stop Errol Spence? So isn't the average right around where it should be, people? Isn't it? Isn't this average right around where it should be with Terrence Crawford? Not to mention he has all stoppages in the welterweight division. You know that. I know you know that. But how can you bring in all this balance issues from a fake ass doctor and fake ass boxing fans when Errol Spence barely squeaked out a split decision to Sean Porter? So it's not too far fetched for Terrence Crawford to come in here and demolish this guy, because before the accident, he squeaked out a split decision with Sean Porter, who Terrence Crawford stopped. But they say Kenny Porter was the reason. They say he didn't train, right? They deducted credit immediately. His daddy said, and Errol Spence ran with it. His daddy said. But what about Errol Spence, though? He stopped him in shorter fashion. So you can't sit up here and say, well, he was dehydrated. He went through a split decision before the accident, y'all. So wouldn't it be wouldn't it be common sense that possibly when he does step in there with the top level opposition that we knew he was, for him to destroy and dismantle and break up Errol Spence? Just look at his opposition, though. Just look at who he's fought. He wasn't flatlining him. But Crawford's TKO didn't get credit because people said, he ain't stopping nobody. TKO ain't nothing. He ain't stopping nobody. But it wasn't too far-fetched if you just pay attention. You just pay attention to Errol Spence and how, he's been going in here competing against supposedly top-level opposition. He squeaked out a decision with Sean Porter. Terrence Crawford showed that he was on a whole nother level. Now, he showed people, right? He showed people over and over again he's on a whole nother level. But due to their comparison, and they wanted to build up this rivalry on social media, what they do? They picked and choose who they wanted to highlight. We was highlighting Bud, but a lot of these other Errolsexuals was highlighting Spence just based off popularity. So he couldn't do anything wrong. Every one of his opponents was high advantage. You know what I'm saying? They gave them high markings, high grade immediately. They give him high grade. Kell Brook, even though he was beat and broken up by Gennady Golovkin, they gave Errol Spence high grade. Why? Because they say the fight was exciting. But even with that said, look at this. You cannot tarnish, what I'm saying? You cannot belittle Terrence Crawford's win when Errol Spence went to the 11th round with Kell Brook. You cannot diminish Terrence Crawford's win because he showed you that everybody that was on Errol Spence's resume, to include who they fought in Errol Spence, Terrence proved that he's better than everybody on there. That's a fact. Terrence Crawford proved that not only he's better than everybody that was on Errol Spence's resume, because you know how they used to run that narrative, right? Errol Spence can beat everybody on Terrence Crawford's resume. Well, we know that Terrence Crawford can beat everybody on Errol Spence's resume, to include Errol. Am I right or wrong? To include Errol Spence, man. Get out of here with that, bro. We told them over and over again, bro, you want to go up this flip-flop, and play tennis and move the goalposts and all that. Errol Spence would beat everybody on Terrence Crawford's resume. Well, they sent Kell Brook over there just to see, could anyone get this belt off Terrence Crawford. Anyone besides Terrence Crawford. We want anyone besides Terrence Crawford. PBC wanted anyone besides Bud Crawford. Anyone besides TC. Anyone, y'all. Kell Brook got demolished, slaughtered. The one and only that eked out a split decision. Because you look on Errol Spence's record, isn't Sean Porter the only one that Errol Spence won a split decision on his resume? From my understanding, he's the only one, right? So Sean Porter who is available, still in shape, still competitive, still top level, because they graded him top level when Errol Spence fought him. So if Errol Spence get top level credibility, then guess what? Terrence Crawford can too. But no one had ever stopped Sean Porter. Keith Thurman couldn't do it. Danny Garcia couldn't do it. Kell Brook couldn't do it. Errol Spence couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't do it. Devin Alexander couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. But Terrence Crawford, he could. They sent Sean Porter over there to get the job done, man. They was hoping and praying, just like they was hoping and praying this past Saturday. They was hoping and praying that Sean Porter can revisit PBC's contract for less money than what Crawford was paid out, right? They was hoping that Sean Porter can pull off the upset and get that belt, and they have a rematch for the undisputed titles. I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe that's what they was trying to do, and it didn't work. It didn't even come close to working. Let's be honest, Errol resume was smoke and mirrors. Well, sometimes with a mirror, what you got to do, Carlos? You got to break it. You know what I'm saying? You got to break it. Sometimes you got to stand in that motherfucking goddamn get some shit spread on there, clean it all off so you can get a clear picture. You know what I'm saying? Some people walk up to a mirror and they don't even look at their reflection. They'll be up there with the mirror in front and they be looking down because they don't want to see the truth, man. That W says, I appreciate what you do every day, champ. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ron. No doubt about it, man. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for pulling up and supporting the channel. Because I'll be hearing your phone when you be calling into these shows, man. You do leave some very, what's the word I'm looking for? Informative or conducive comments when they come to boxing. I'll be tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I'll be tuned in. Bud put the Errolsexuals in a vegetated state. Damn. For real? You think they're in a vegetated state? I thought a lot of them Errolsexuals was in a vegetated state before the fight. Seriously. You just couldn't tell because you don't deal with them all the time. But if you really paid attention and you look behind in dark places, you know what I'm saying, abandoned buildings, you'll see them. All you have to do is bring your flashlight and flick that motherfucker. You see I told y'all before, the I Am Legend bit. That's when they did their cameo. They was all in the room standing and they was breathing hard and shit. That's how they build up the temperature around them so they can come up with narratives to push out here in the YTC. I can't make it up, bro. They've been in a vegetative state. They're just standing around doing nothing. Coming up with bogus ass false narratives, man. Historically, Bud has gotten stronger every time he moved up in weight. Errol dumbass probably won the rematch at 154. Listen, if Errol Spence wants the rematch, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I already did a live and said what? I said no rematch. I really don't want Errol to have a rematch with Bud because he can get seriously hurt. I don't know how many times I could tell you that I looked at the Jerry McClellan, match. Like, this dude was a heavy. I mean, he's a hitter, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you look at Mr. Ben, he was a hitter. I mean, they was throwing leather just to see what happened to him, and he'll never be the same, man. Even to see what happened to Pritchard Colon and all these fighters is not the same. If they make it out of, if they make it out of there, sometimes people, they'll sit up here and say, "Oh, I heard some people say it'd be better to die than sit up here in that vegetated state and have somebody take care of you all the time." It would suck. You know what I'm saying? It would suck. But imagine how life-changing it was with Ben. Imagine how life-changing it was with him, knowing that that's on his mind every day. Back in the cages they went. Smoke session entertainment. What's good, man? Salute. Chat. W says what they do, bro. L Dog on deck. Appreciate you supporting the channel there, L Dog, with the $2 super chat on deck. Where's Ben Israel? IB King Mitch. I know, man. Right? Hey, L Dog. Right? You know what I'm saying? Right? What you talking about? I am seeing Ben Israel. He must owe people money. Talking about he gonna bet. I bet my house out. Shalom. I bet my house on it. Shalom. Shalom. I bet my house on it. The biggest shit talker, man. The top 3 biggest shit talker. Take over the panel. Don't let nobody else say something. Where are you at? Where's King Mitch been? Man, come on now. The Brim Reaper, what's good, man? Excuse after excuse. I'm making a list of those excuses. I'm up to 14 now. 14? Man, I got way more than that. Way more than that for sure. But man, that's about right though. There's plenty of excuses out there. Real talk. Shout out to Unbiased Brim Reaper on deck, man. Salute to you. Bud ended Spence career. Pretty much. Was I not putting the retirement up there? I don't think y'all understand the gift. I put the retirement up there. Do y'all remember? Man, come on, bro. Did y'all forget that I put this up here? You didn't see it no other place but here. Let me remind y'all what I put up here. Y'all remember this thumbnail, man? I'm not talking about just the retirement deal where I said in honor of Errol Spence. I want you all to see this one though. Check this out, man. Y'all cannot say I didn't put this up here, man. I did a whole live stream with this shit, dog. Where you at? Where are you at? I put this shit out here, man. It's getting there. It's getting there. Hold up. We almost there. We almost there. Come on now. I know y'all remember when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. I started talking about the retirement, right? Because I knew it was gonna be bad, bro. I knew it was gonna be bad. Look at this right here. Look at this thumbnail. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember I put that up there? Texas Retirement Ranch, 28-1. Y'all remember I put that up there? I did a live stream with this. It says Errolsexual rooms 50% off, man. I put this thumbnail up there back in the day, bro. I just wanted to let y'all know. Not to open old wounds or anything, but hey, I put it out there for them, y'all. West Side on deck. I always maintain no matter what they fought, Spence would have lost. Well, it's good that certain people are convinced. You know what I'm saying? IB who IB. What's up, player? Did we have a bet, IB? Me and you had a bet on this fight, didn't we, IB? Come on now. Didn't we have a bet on this, IB? Didn't you and I have a bet? We had a bet. Larry Lopez on deck. I see you, man. Tank won't go anywhere near Bud. I mean, he was before. Go right ahead up there and see what happened. Yemi on deck. Salute. Bud versus Tank should happen next. No, not at all, man. He won't get no credit for fighting Tank. Come on, man. He won't get no credit for fighting Tank. Tank could get most of the credit for fighting Bud, but you know, Bud go in there and beat Tank and outbox him. You know what I'm saying? The much bigger, stronger fighter. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got to start respecting Bud's IQ as having one of the highest IQs, boxing IQ in the sport. I don't want to see Spence get beat up again by anybody. He can retire in his 30s and live on the ranch. He want the paycheck, bro. This is the one fear that we was putting out there with these boxers. I didn't want to see, you know, Spence nor, you know, come back over here past their time and be fighting these young lions and getting stopped. You know what I'm saying? Especially Spence being the way he talk and all that. Nah. So this is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna read this. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease. Hey, salute to you, Gumbo. One love to your brother, being an avid supporter, aka Mr. Sucker Free. It's okay when Spence do it, but when Bud do it, your Spit fans are ridiculous. Man, if you ain't never told the truth, man, it's okay when Spence was sitting up here swelling up eyes, Gumbo, bruh, Smoke Dog, bro. You know what I'm saying on Friday? Smoke Dog. Listen to me. It's okay when he swelled up Ugas. Listen, y'all. It was okay when Spence beat Ugas up. They did not care about talking crap about Ugas as if he wasn't human. They talked about that man over and over again. Look what he did to Ugas. Put all the pictures of that Ugas. He broke his rib. He swelled up his eye. They talked and talked and talked. Let me tell you something that happened today, man. Shout out to Gumbo with the $10 super chat. Appreciate the black support. Appreciate all support. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had a dude, man, call me up on IG, right? And was goddamn cussing me the fuck out, man. Like, real talk. He was talking. He said, man, I see your shit, man. You be going in, you go overboard with your messages and details and all that. He was just going in, right? I mean, just going in about, you know, the whole lead up to the Spencer and Crawford fight. I started not to take it, but I thought it was somebody I knew. Dude just going in, man. And look, I'm not gonna go energy for energy with you. And I was just about to just disconnect. And I kept listening. You know, I was just listening. I say, damn, this dude must have been upset, man. Because I already told you that somebody said I was casually abusive. But this dude was just going in, man. He was dropping up saying these, you know, saying all the shit in the world. And then he got to a point, he say, well, I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. A lot of that shit you was talking about, even though I didn't like it, you was right on a lot of shit. He said, I can respect you. You may be a bit sarcastic in what you were saying, but I was mad because you was right. You know, you was right about a lot of shit you said leading up to the fight. And you know, he was calling me dick riding and all this other shit, right? And I you know, he sold this shit on me. You know, he sold it like how his temperament was. I ain't never been no dick rider, but he was selling it. You know, he was selling it, cussing me the fuck out, right? And then he said, man, I'll tell you this though, you know, you was right on a lot of shit you said about leading up to the fight. And I just thought you was going too hard on Errol Spence and this, that, and the other. I said, it's no hard than what they was going in on people that Errol Spence beat. They say this man did 350 pay-per-views, like Mikey Garcia isn't more decorated than him. You got dudes, black people, you know, I went through the whole spiel. Like you got black content creators doing spirit campaigns, whole torchlit parades of derogatory, you know, made up bias ass narratives, man. And we had to sit up here and hear that shit and see the damn live stream, the thumbnails of them smearing his name, right? He said, I understand, man. You know, I just wanted to, you know, tell you that, man, real talk. I really wanted to goddamn get you out of your comfort zone. And I was like, dude, the job has already been done. You can't get me out of shit. You know, like, I'm enjoying the win. I'm not a Nostradamus. I was just telling you from my heart what I felt. Not him per se, but to the people. That's what I felt. It just happened to play out. And Crawford went in there and damn near ended old boy, man. His training wouldn't even do anything. But in the end, bro, like he gave me my respect. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm never gonna put his name out there, but he was, you know, he had me thinking for a minute. Like, is this dude serious? Like he's taking this like it's personal, like it's gonna be some street shit. you know, and I was really about to take my fingertip and just hit the disconnect. Like, let me end this shit. I just stayed around because I wanted to hear. Was he gonna tell me something I don't know? And then he said, "Man, I respect it. You know, you do, know your shit. You said a lot of stuff that was right." I said, "All right, I'm not trying to be right. I'm never gonna be right all the time, but I respect that." But I say, "Hey, man, I appreciate you pulling up though, or whatever. You could have did it in a better way, but all right, drop through the channel, blah blah blah. Got off the damn chat with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But that's how these Errolsexuals, seriously, that's how they feeling right now, man. These mothers up in arms. They taking this shit personal, bro. Good point. W says all boxing gyms pointing out in film study how Errol overextends sometime and is off balance. That's a form issue. You make a solid reference, right? And also, we can look at who he's been with there, D-Town. Who has he been with for a long time to know that they was going in there with the fighter who they said they couldn't find a sparring partner to emulate or imitate, so to speak, imitate Terrence Crawford. That's a dangerous man, yo. That's a dangerous man. If you can't find a sparring partner for a guy who supposedly fought low-level opposition. Now, some of y'all was talking about, oh man, I thought you and my manager Marty was cool. I never said we wasn't cool. But I look at Marty as being a person that can take the criticism and he can dish it out too. He can. But I mention his name because it's only, the weight of your criticism about Crawford is no longer that you like both fighters. No, it's proven that you don't like Crawford. It's proven that you were selling it that Top Rank had the best matchmaking ever. And come to find out, PBC has had the best matchmaking. Why? Because they had to basically build up a FICO of Errol Spence as the A side. And the crazy part about it is that if you was in the military and you had to go out here and be in charge of something for mission accomplishment, I would have been reprimanded, especially as an officer. I would have been reprimanded, y'all, for the way the mission wasn't completed. They did all this work to build up Spence. And then when it gets time for him and Crawford to do the negotiations, Crawford, who's considered the B side, was able to pretty much get what he wanted and have a low-level opposition, so to speak, and all this stuff. He was still able to benefit just like he was the A side. And that to me, when it comes to the military shit, it was pointless. You didn't do your due diligence. That didn't make any sense to us. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be the A side, you're going to walk around as the A side. How can the B side come in here and you have to give him concessions? You have to do this. You have to do that. No, it was almost like you were saying before, right? 80, 20, 70, 30, whatever we want to give him, right? Yeah. Right, Errol? That's what you said. You said it on video with your girl. You said it when you was in the arena. You know what I'm saying? That's the narrative y'all went with. Your Charlos are sent up there, take what they give them. Yeah, man, we remember. D-Ray Promotions, what's good? We remember. Real talk. So this is what I want to do with this trivia. This is going to be the basic trivia too. And it's going to get even better. You know what I'm saying? When we do this giveaway, this is what it's going to be to prevent any. And like, once again, I know people are going to take what I do if they choose to give back. But I want to do it in a way that it cannot be considered to be premeditated. You know what I'm saying? And who gets the money and everything like that. This is how it's going to be. When I drop the link, right? Peep this out. I'm only going to let 3 people on the panel. 3. This is just starting off and see how it goes, right? I'm going to drop the link, and the first 3 people that pop up behind in the background, I'm going to let them on the panel, right? And I'm going to ask, excuse me, I'm going to ask 3 questions. I'm going to have 3 people. I'm going to ask 3 questions. I'm going to ask them separately. Okay. How the person's going to win the money is they going to put it in the chat, the private chat. The first person to put the answer in the private chat wins that round. Out of 3 people, whoever wins the most out of the questions, right? They get the money. But it's not going to be all them telling me and I say, who is that? Who is that? No. You put the answer in the chat, the private chat. Everybody who's been on the panel know what the private chat is. That way I don't have anything to do with it. And everybody that's on the panel can see who typed in the answer the fastest. That's how you eliminate any bias. That's how you eliminate any bias. I asked the question, and whoever, I don't know how many of y'all took typing in school, but look, I'm not asking for no full sentence. I'm just asking for something that's along the answer. And I'm saying, okay, cool. That's the answer. It's not going to be no crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? What size shoe do you think Errol Spence wore when he had on the black Air Force Ones? Do you think it was an 8.5, an 8, a 5, a 2? No, we ain't asking no shit like that. I'm gonna ask you straight up boxing questions. Straight up boxing questions. And this first one is gonna be straight up for a dime. It's gonna be $10, right? And the good thing about donating to the channel is that I can do it more often. You know, donation to the channel. I'm gonna have the chat. You know, give the chat time to come back. Now, the good part about it is that the person that wins that 10, when we actually start going, they have the option to stay on the panel, because it's going to get to a point where we have 5. It really don't matter. We have 5, and then the first person to put it in is the first person to put it in. It's only going to be 3. You know what I'm saying? And then if we don't have a winner, we're just going to go to another question. But for now, it's just going to be 3, short, quick, and simple. And we're going to ask 3 freaking questions. I'm going to ask 3 questions. Whoever out of the 3 that's on the panel. Now, the person who wins the money, they can stay on the panel. Other 2 have to leave. And then 2 more is going to come on. It's going to be that simple. And we're going to do another 3 questions. No one going to know the questions, bro. There's no way for anybody to know the questions. Nobody, because the people are going to be random. The people are going to be random. You can come up here all you want, but if you can't answer the damn question and put the answer in the private chat on time with your name behind it, you don't get the money. You don't get the win. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. I don't have no influence. There ain't gonna be no judges. There ain't gonna be none of that shit. Whoever types the answer in the private chat, not the community chat, the private chat, wins that round. And then I go to the second question. And then I go to the third question. Out of 3 people, we should have a winner. If not, we ask the 4th question. It's that simple. When you answer 2 questions with 3 people on there, that's the clear winner. It ain't gonna be no tie. You know why? Because it's all about who typed the question in the private chat the quickest. That's how you get it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be no tie with the time of the answer that's in the private chat. Whoever gets there first is whoever get there first. It ain't no tie. You know, the private chat ain't gonna lie. Whoever press enter and that answer is there, you got it. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're gonna do it. Hold up for a second, y'all. Bud wasn't on Al's list for EJ. He knew something. Yeah, he did. I mean, look. I know where information is disseminated, throughout here on live streams and stuff. Listen, I be listening to 2 live streams at one time. I be listening to a live stream on my phone, and from on my computer, I'll be listening to one from the PC and one on my dang phone at the same time. I have one earpiece in, listen to it on my phone, and listen to one on PC, whatever it goes. You know what I'm saying? So I can know where information is being said. You know what I'm saying? When it comes out, I can tell if it's fresh, if something I ain't never heard before, or if it's something that's just regurgitated. You feel me? That's what happened when your IQ is below room temperature. You try to talk boxing. Damn, dog. Oh shit. That's slick. That's slick right there. You know what I'm saying? I got it. You know what I'm saying? Your IQ is below room temperature. I like that. That's slick right there. I ain't gonna lie, that's slick. I give you an 8 for that. I give you an 8. You know what I'm saying? Your IQ is below room temperature. Damn. Miguel, what's good? Nah, he ain't. Boots is not the new Wakanda Hope, for real. He's not, bro. He's not. And I haven't even got on him yet. That's a whole nother lie. But look, Boots shouldn't even be in this conversation. We just pretty much like talking about how are the Errolsexuals going to survive what they witnessed. You know what I'm saying? How are they gonna basically have some type of honor? And they coming up with all these goddamn excuses trying to bring this fake ass Dr. Scam 805, who's not even a neurologist, y'all. He said he's done tests, right? He's done tests in the past. He works with elderly. But the guy said, isn't you the one called on the show? He paused. That's why I'm saying dude is not being truthful, all the way truthful about what he knows. Like, just because, you have a spouse, I'm bringing her up because he brought it up, right? If you and her are in the medical field, shouldn't we be able to believe you? When people try to validate themselves by bringing somebody else, especially their girl, or they bring their wife, or my wife is in the medical field too, and she asks, what's wrong with him? No. That means nothing. We don't know what position your wife's in. Your wife could be a greeter downstairs. She can work in the hospital. We don't know that. You can't sit up here and tell my wife asks what's wrong with him. Who does that? And another thing that I heard on Coach show, they said something. I forgot who said. I don't know if it was Coach who said it, but damn. It just slipped my mind on what I was about to say on that matter. It just slipped my mind. Oh yeah. Just like I mentioned earlier, right? When I was doing my live earlier today, and I heard it mentioned on Coach's show, True Media Today USA Boxing. They said, where was all this the previous fights? Like, how I mentioned how they was making fun of Ugas, breaking ribs and taking eyes and all that, right? Where was all this doctor's input and this observation and this prognosis prior to the fight? That's what they said, prior to this fight. Where was it? He said nothing. So you're going to try to come up here clout chasing. This dude said nothing, y'all. This dude said absolutely nothing. Nobody heard of this dude, this fake ass doctor coming in here trying to goddamn give his breakdown on signs, telltale signs. You made no sense. Do you know a lot of people that smoke have glossy and glassy eyes? That ain't nothing. Oh, I wouldn't approve that. How can you not approve something by not physically going through an examination? What expense can go through your examination? And look how much of a tyro this dude is when it comes to boxing. Have you ever seen a physical Do you know what they check for when a fighter's coming up to a fight? Do you know what the doctor's looking for? Have you actually seen one in the medical field? Because I'll put this dude in the hot grease easy. He'll bring all this medical terminology and try to tell me this, and I'll give him the basic shit than what I've seen in person. Have you ever seen a dang doctor give an exam to a fighter? Have you ever seen a physical exam? He's up here telling people what he would, I would have disqualified him. I would have turned him. No, you wouldn't have. Because what you're looking at is not, it's not how they give pre-fight exams for a fighter to be cleared to fight. Okay? Just to educate you a little bit. You might know all these damn medical terms and all this, but what you don't know is sitting in a fight or witnessing how the doctors actually do it. Because just because you're a doctor in the building doesn't mean you're a doctor for the promotion. Those doctors know how to look for certain signs, especially when they're going all through the paperwork and the medicals, and making sure every fighter's where they need to be when they're building up the card. Medicals have to be sent in at a certain time. Fighters be cleared, this, that, and the other. There's certain things that they check for. You going up here trying, look, have you ever seen some of these fighters? These journeymans? Have you ever seen some of these fighters that have double-digit losses? Have you ever looked at their face? I mean, some of them actually have crooked faces, bro. What are you going to do? Look at their face. Oh, stand there. Hold up. Turn to the side. Turn to your right a little bit. Back to the left. Do you know your face is crooked? Yeah, idiot. I'm a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? Did you look at my record? I have over 50 professional fights, man. Yeah, I've been in some wars. Yeah, my shit a little crooked. Have you looked at your nose? It's been broken. Who the fuck is this guy? Get him out of here. I'm about to punch you in the fucking mouth. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna come up here and look at fighters and say, I would have said no. No, you wouldn't. Because you're not running shit. You're not running anything. You're on the outside. You're probably a veterinarian, bro. You're probably a veterinarian that's over here talking about, yeah, I work with elderly patients. So you have me work with the youngins. You have me work with a younger age group. Like I said earlier, it's fucked up. This dude's a fraud, man. Where's Derrick James? Amber Alert. No. Derrick James took a flight to the UK. You know what I'm saying? He's over there. He's probably so grumpy. Man, he they was probably trying to ask him all these questions, bro. And he's so grumpy. And did you look? You could tell Derrick James has not a clue, right? Did I not read? Showtime, my fault, man. I didn't even read your goddamn comment, bro. Did I? Ben Israel is getting high. More than likely. Shout out to Shaw News and Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw, on deck. What's good with the Team Tuck in the building? Did you hear Derrick James post-fight? Look, this is how Errol Spencer's in trouble. Derrick James post-fight, bro. He's looking at whoever he's talking to. He's not blinking. He's trying to find his words. Yeah, he's trying to find his words. And him and Errol is saying the same thing. Timing. You know why they're saying timing? Because Terrence Crawford timing was impeccable. Absolutely impeccable. So they believe Errol's timing was off. When he did land, look, truth be told, and you heard it today on Coach's show, right? Timothy said there was a point where Errol landed the shot. You remember I said that Errol landed this one shot that was a clean shot on Terrence? Timothy Bradley actually said he felt that shot hurt Terrence. You know what I'm saying? But you couldn't tell. He just felt that Errol landed that shot and it potentially might have hurt hurt Terrence, right? I didn't see all that. But it provides us a one sprinkle, one little granule, one little granule of hope of success that, hey, we're talking about a doctor who's saying he has neurological damage, but Timothy Bradley, a Hall of Famer, said that even doing that beating, he landed a good shot on Terrence Crawford supposedly, and Terrence felt it. That's Timothy Bradley words. So there was a pinhole, you know what I'm saying? A pinhole of compliment. The fact that he was able to land a shot on Crawford. And the crazy part about that is that Crawford could have very well became complacent in that fight and got bored. He was having so much success early in the fight. He figured him out like a round and a half or two. He figured Spence out to the point where he could have got complacent and got caught. Willie Williams, what's good? Salute to Crawford, my brother, but still EJ for life. But Crawford did his thing. I'm giving props for sure, man. No doubt. You know, I guess you're a Texas dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I get it, bro. I mean, it's plenty of people feel the way you feel. They used a fake doctor. Now they can't do that. They get their ass sued. Bud has gained some fans after the win. Yes, sir. His IG followers have went up. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. His IG followers and everything, it went up. Hey, y'all, but the first three people on the panel, I have some very basic, basic. You know what I'm saying? Basic. I have some basic questions, boxing questions. And you just, you know, most of y'all have a Cash App, and this gonna be for, you know, a $10 Cash App today. And whoever wins, it's gonna be a $10 Cash App. But when I really get settled into this right here, of course, it's gonna be more questions, a more $100 bill. You know what I'm saying? Really, I want to make it interesting with the trivia, because my thought process, people gonna have to figure out where I'm going with it, and it ain't gonna be no odd shit that you say, man, ain't no way we could have figured that out. You know what I'm saying? Like if you was painting the walls in your house and you looked at, you know, the fighter's complexion, what paint name would you paint your? It's not gonna be anything like that. It's gonna be boxing shit, bro. It's gonna be boxing shit. Real talk. It's gonna be something that you should know. Even the ones who tune into the channel, the questions is gonna be something you should know. You should know this. If you hang around, if you listen good enough, you should know. You should know. That's all I'm saying. You should know these answers. They ain't gonna be difficult. Big Blunts in Boxing said, I'm not even tripping on my boy at IB. I know he gonna pay that joint. We waiting on you though, IB. It's all love. I'm just saying, didn't we have a bet, IB? You know what I'm saying? I knew me and you had a bet, man. True Media Today, USA Boxing Coach Malachi in the building. Great show today, man. The other day too with Rick Lacer. You know what I'm saying? Great show, man. It was lit. It was turned up in there, bro. That thumbnail is hilarious. You know what it is, man. That's the way I see it, Coach. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it, man. Them motherfuckers just scurrying. They going to the underground, Coach. You know what I'm saying? They got to come up with a new freaking narrative to push, bro. That's how I see the Errolsexuals, man. Little pack of ants all following one another. You go this way right here. Yeah, that's this way. Yeah, this way. Right there. You see it? You see the sentry? The sentry right there waiting. They're going to direct you down in there. That's where we're going to be at. Man, come on, bro. I'm very happy to see Bud finally get the love and respect from the world he deserves. Unfortunately, it could have came. It should have came a lot easier than this. But due to them picking sides, not respecting the fact he already been undisputed at a lower weight class, and that, you know, he was on a short list in the 4-belt era. You know, you had B-Hop and Jermaine Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Taylor beat B-Hop. And B-Hop even rematched him to try to get the titles back and couldn't do it. And then here comes Crawford beating Julius Ndongo, and these new casual fans treat his achievement or his undisputed run at 140 like it's nothing. Like he was literally on a short list of 4-belt era undisputed fighters, and they was all black, man. That's the wild part about it. They was all black fighters, man. It's crazy. He was on there early, bro. Real early. And then all of a sudden, you have the Canelos, the Usyks, the Taylors, the Inuis. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney's. You have all these people that start to become undisputed, man. But Crawford was on there before all these cats that's really relevant today. Like you talking about old school cats, B-Hop and Jermaine Taylor, and you talking about the current ones. Crawford was the first, and now look at him. He become undisputed after Inouye. Inouye finally became undisputed. He wanted to do something, you know, that wasn't in his portfolio yet. He was able to get it done. It's not as respectable as this, in my opinion, because you know Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence was both on the pound for pound list, right, for a long time. And also, when you talk about Crawford and who he fought for undisputed, vice Stephen Fulton, it's not even close. I commend him for undisputed, right? But they was quickly trying to put Inouye up at the number one spot just off unifying. I mean, he scooped up a person with just 2 titles though already. But Fulton wasn't on the pound for pound list. Crawford fought Spence, he was on the pound for pound list. Crawford may just have 3 divisions, but still, what he was able to accomplish for the first, the F.I. Erst, you know what I'm saying? The first, bro, to be 2 times. They was waiting to put Inouye up there. If Crawford didn't get this done, Inouye definitely would have been the next one. That's if he would have fought. I mean, I can't even say that because I don't think Jermell Charlo is beating Canelo at all. But when you talk about someone that's trying to be the next in line, yeah, Inouye potentially could have came the first two-time undisputed, 2 division undisputed. Yeah, he could have if Crawford fight, you know, he wouldn't have got it done. But I never thought he wasn't going to get it done. But yeah, they thought Inouye was going to be it. You know what I'm saying? They thought for sure. Mad Dog H, salute to you on deck. I can't put Tank in the same sentence as Crawford. Crawford 2 times undisputed, and Tank with the Happy Meal belts. I can understand where you're coming from with that. I can understand where you're at with it. Tank is one of them fighters that I support. You know what I'm saying? I like when fighters are blessed with the awkwardness of being incredible. I like that. You know what I'm saying? Because God blessed him with that. Tank being small, compact, but blessed with crazy power. Deontay Wilder being tall, lanky, rangy, with crazy power. Don't even generate the punch from his legs. You know, Roy Jones emphasized that a lot. Like, you know, generating quick, you know, punching speed with his legs and power and all that. And we know he has some of the sharpest, acute punches that you will see land on a fighter, man. He used to hurt him. But when his legs start to, you know, slow down and everything, you know, he had to stand in one spot. And that's when people saying, you know, he was getting touched up and the knockouts was coming. Bruce Gas, Boxer Jazz, and more. What's good with it, OG? How you feeling? On deck. Salute, brother, at WCS. Salute to you, man. I actually felt bad for Ugas. I got a lot of respect for him, but they were doing him dirty. Look, even me, right? I sit up here. I even made light of Ugas, but I was only making light of Ugas because they was making it seem like he was this guy that was just considered one of the top 2 in the welterweight division. Knowing how he even was in that position, first of all, we can go back to Vesputin that popped dirty, and then Ugas, you know, moving up a slot, and then how it all played out for him to get the WBA title. You know, he's a good dude. Like I said, I've seen him several times in person. Good dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Good dude. Real talk. I even got a picture when we was in San Antonio. I took a picture with Ugas and his girl. You know what I'm saying? Good dude, man. I even, you know, if it's anybody I owe apology to, it's Ugas, really. Because he did get punished, but I felt that he got the orders and they wasn't he wasn't there to win. That's all. He wasn't there to win. He got the orders, man. He stopped fighting. I actually felt bad for Ugas. Okay, I read that. Spencer Hollis exclusive referred to Ugas as a former world champion to boost Spence's resume, but he was a fake. Crawford is the definition of a champion, and Spence found out. Absolutely. Absolutely. If Spence ever fight again, that excuse they're using from 805 doctor ain't gonna hold. They can't use shit from him. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad dog because we don't know what field he in. He's not a neurologist. Let's not play dumb. You know what I'm saying? When we go to the doctor, we want someone that is specifically there to handle and have experience in our problem. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to go to a foot doctor looking for new optics, new glasses to get an eye test. Hey, I came up here because my eyes are there. What you doing here? I'm an orthopedic. I just thought since you deal with the feet, you can deal with the eyes too. They're on the same body. No, it's not the way it works, sir. It's not the way it works. Oh, okay. So you saying I got to go to Best Buy? I mean, American Best. Yeah, not the first one, even though you can get some shades there. But yeah, you can go to American Best. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know if this guy even had a repetitive history of dealing with residual neurological damage. He didn't even mention that he had patients that he dealt with. You know what I'm saying? He said he's not a neurologist, but he did a lot of exams. Cause that's not enough, man. You up here clout chasing the moment. He's happy everybody's paying him attention. He's happy everybody's paying him attention. Why? Because he's taking advantage of the YTC. He knows they just like the ants. If you sit up here and you just flick your finger in a molehill, there's an anthill, all these ants are going crazy. And that's what he did. He just stuck his foot in there, stuck his finger in there, just, you know what I'm saying, got a stick and just rubbed it around, and ants just went crazy. Oh, yeah, this was it. It's just like dropping a piece, some sweet in an anthill, and they all attack that motherfucker. Oh, fool, cool. That's all he did. He dropped a little crumb in here for these ants to grab hold to and run with. And that's exactly what they did. Everybody and their mama is acting like they're a neurosurgeon now. So I'm suggesting, why don't you go up to Best Buy and get a headlamp, find a freaking medical jacket, you know what I'm saying? And really get into character, goddammit. Really get into character. Get a headlamp, get a motherfucking jacket. You know, come back in here so, you know, with your headlamp on and talk to us. You know, after further examination, you know, taking a short class, a 5-minute class online, they say I have a 0.2 credit. So I am qualified to speak about neurological conditions based off my observation of Errolsexuals prior to, and yes, I see the people in the chat calling me Errolsexual, and I know why, because I do support him. But now I'm qualified to speak about what I see. They'll come up here trying to tell you some shit like they're qualified. Hell no. But I'm about to drop this link. And then when I'm done, it's gonna be 3 questions, 3 simple questions, man. And look, one of them is gonna be a thumbnail, right? A thumbnail, and I want to ask you about that particular thumbnail. All right. If you know and you've been watching the show, then you should be good to go. It should be easy work. But the other one's going to be a boxing question. Real talk. It's going to be a boxing question. The other 2 is going to be a boxing question, but it's only going to be 3. So the first people that click the link, I don't care who you are. If you're the first in the building, I'm putting you up on the panel. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pretty much put you on the panel. I'm going to take the damn thumbnail down and bring you up on the panel. Once all of you is up on the panel, then I'm gonna ask you the first question. It's as simple as it get. And look, all of you all have to have Cash App. I'm not doing anything but Cash App. I'll find a way to get you your money. You know what I'm saying? Jamal Neezy, what's good with it? On deck, I see you. We got a stray. Nobody's even worried about that, man. Hey, don't worry about them, Neezy. Let them strays eat. One stray ain't enough, Neezy. We're above that. We winners, man. We winners. We ain't worried about one stray. They don't get the temperature up over here. You know what I'm saying? We don't go up here and mess around with one little ant. No. We want the whole anthill. Take us to where you're residing at. We don't, one stray over here is not enough for us to start stumping them out. It's not enough. Shout out to the boxing section. TBS Cal in the building. WCS, my dog. What's up? We linking up on the 18th. Cal always talk about something that me and you had me discussed. I don't even know what you talk about, dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I tell you to hit me up on IG, man. You never do, bro. So I can know exactly what you're mentioning, what you're talking about. Conquest, man. Salute to you on deck. He said Boots and Thurman fight each other. Okay. This is another thing I was going to mention. I'm glad you brought that up, Conquest, right? So, you know how when Crawford had just finished beating Porter, right? At the end of 2021. And when Spence, he hadn't stepped in the ring yet. So at the first semester of 22, you know, people were saying that Crawford should fight Boots. You know, he ain't doing that. He should fight Boots. Knowing that we was trying to get this fight. You know what I'm saying? But he had just came off ripping Sean Porter and stopping him in the 10. So once again, these haters, you know what I'm saying? These Errolsexuals, they went up here on the narrative and started pushing Boots, right? So now, after seeing what just happened to their king, their idol, their god, why don't we hear them talk about Boots fighting a common opponent? You cannot be crazy enough to say, why don't Terrence Crawford fight Boots? Not after what you witnessed at the T-Mobile massacre. And here comes what Conquest just said. Yes, I heard it on some other channels. I heard on some other channels already, but not in the surplus of people saying Boots should fight Thurman. Boots should fight Ugas. Boots should fight somebody up there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be difficult for him to find a common opponent to Crawford because they say Crawford fought low-level competition. But we all know that wasn't the case. We all know that wasn't the case because he absolutely, oh my God, blistered. She, that was like a meteorite. He blistered Spence, man. Oh my God. I want to see Boots fight somebody that's considered a top name. Thurman is saying he want Crawford now. Thurman saying he want Crawford. Thurman is a former unified champion. Yes. He only lost one of his belts, people. So Thurman is a qualified name to talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? If he want to fight Crawford, you know, he's still a qualified name. He only lost his WBA belt. He came off the WBC. So Thurman still has some appraising value to him. Real talk. You know I ain't lying. You know that. He still has some appraising value to him. You know what I'm saying? He only lost one of his belts. Spence didn't beat him for 2. You know what I'm saying? The man never was able to step in the ring with him. He was on a hiatus. So it's kind of crazy how when Spence was trying to pursue Keith Thurman, both of them being on the same banner, they didn't make that fight. It's crazy, right? Because you would have thought that was the perfect matrimony at the time. That Al Heyman could have linked up Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, but the shit never happened. Why? How can Crawford come up here, right? And they was already in the division. How can he come up here and pick up one belt from Jeff Horn and he becomes the rival without them even stepping in. How can that happen? It's just, I guess it was God's time. How can Crawford comes up here and become the rival when we had Thurman, who was a unified champion, under the same banner, and he goes on hiatus for a long period of time, and in that process, Errol Spence picks up the WBC belt, with Sean Porter fought for the vacant Danny Garcia and shit like that. And then coming full circle with Manny Pacquiao, he goes on a hiatus and get put on recess. It's weird as fuck, right? Look at this. I'm gonna drop something else on you, right? Look at how crazy this turned out. I don't know what's going on over there. That seems like some voodoo type, karma type shit. Real talk. But look how that shit played out for them. And it doesn't seem like they earned anything that was show-stopping, that was historic after all that, right? After all that planning. Just think about this. Keith Thurman went on a hiatus, y'all. Manny Pacquiao, he beats Keith Thurman after losing to Jeff Horn. He's supposed to be old as shit. So one point in time, Errol Spence is going to get Manny Pacquiao, A division world champion, future Hall of Famer, right? Errol Spence falls out. He falls out. Manny Pacquiao's in recess for what? I have no idea, but he was in recess forever and a day. He was in recess forever and a day, man. And then he comes out and fight Ugas. Not only that hiatus, Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao. Then you have Spencer's on a hiatus, bro. You have all these fighters that was on hiatuses over there at PBC. Crazy, bro. It's just crazy how they was on hiatuses. What the hell is going on over there? No, they don't stop there, yo. Look at this. I don't like to keep saying like the first, because people, if they're gonna give you credit, they give you credit. But look, it even goes even deeper than that. Look at the Charlos hiatus. Mar Charlo hiatus. He went out, he supposedly hurt his back. Mel Charlo hiatus, supposedly had a wrist problem. He had to go to the doctor. Then turn around, he had to have some shoulder shit going on. He's been inactive. Just like Manny Pacquiao, just like Keith Thurman, just like damn Errol Spence. Inactive. All of them under the PBC banner, bro. It's crazy. Why? How? How is that possible? How, with all the time, how is that possible, man? Why are all these fighters in long hiatuses over there under one promotional banner? I don't see that over at Top Rank. I don't see fighters just being out the sport forever, man. But PBC, Jesus, we already know why Errol Spence was on the hiatus. But both of the Charlos, Manny Pack, Keith Thurman, all these long ass hiatuses, man. It's incredible. I'm not gonna lie. Something's going on. Something's going on. Hey man, I'm gonna get Marco Chaz out of here. I don't have time for that dumb shit. You know, you come over here as a stray, you know, talking about that was a horrible fight. Sometimes I wanna play some football. I'm talking about soccer. Sometimes I'm gonna goddamn act like I'm in the penalty kick and boot your ass out of here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll let you stay around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you come over here with some dumb shit. I don't have time for it. I was rooting for Errol. I was wrong. Crawford showed something different that fight. No doubt, man. You ain't the only one that was wrong. Feliciano was wrong too. You know what I'm saying? He was wrong too. Dead ass wrong. You know what I'm saying? He comes over here talking about if Feliciano over here talking about his Thurman a boost next. No, let's talk about the fight. The reality of it. So I'm gonna drop this link right quick before it gets too late because I am at an hour 30. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take the first three people. Let me Let me take this thumbnail down. Let me go over here and get this link. And we're going to do the first giveaway. Yeah. Just like my boy Phil. Yeah. So I'm going over here, dropping the link, y'all, in the comment section. 3, 2, 1. The link has been dropped. And whoever clicks on the link, the first 3 shall be the 3 that is part of WCS first giveaway. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you can be whoever. You know what I'm saying? Sir Seniors on deck. It's the first one. I need 2 more people, or else it's just gonna be me and Sir Senior. I'm gonna ask him the questions. So I'm waiting on 2 more people. Click that link. I'm waiting on 2 more people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have Cash App, and you at least got to know your boxing knowledge. You don't want him to be the sole survivor. You know what I'm saying? There goes Cedric Robinson. There go the second one. You know, I need 1 more. I need 1 more, y'all. So we can kick this off. I need 1 more. And we're gonna and those of you that's already on the panel, I'm figuring and assuming that you all already know what the private chat is. That is the chat that you see over to your right, and that's what the answer in. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You can put the answer in there, and whoever is there first, that's where it's at. I give 60 seconds, and then we're gonna kick it off with just 2 people. And I'm going to put the question in the private chat. So whoever answers first will be right up under the question. And that's who's going to get the win for that particular question. All right. So that's where I'm at with it right now. We got about 30 seconds for a third person to jump up here, if you so desire. And this will be for a dime. That is the link again for anyone else that wants to come up here and get this free money. We're going to have 3 questions, a 20, a 15, a 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So fellas, this on deck. Appreciate you. I have Cooking with Sir Senior, and I have Cedric Robinson. Cedric, I don't know if you've been up here before. You've been up here before or not?
No.
Okay. This is for $10, man. I'm gonna ask y'all 3 questions. All you have to do is a private chat. Type your answer in the private chat, right? So the first question, this is the first time I did it, so it's easy work, man. All you have to do, the third one's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but the first 2 questions gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? Look, it ain't no time limit for this one per se, because it's the first person to get the answer and type it in chat. So the first question, Sir Senior, you there? Cedric about to get paid because Sir Senior is up here. Okay, I was just about to say, I didn't know if you was back there picking your nose or whatever. The first question: name the first undefeated fighter that Errol Spence faced in his career.
The phone went up.
Name the first undefeated fighter that Errol Spence faced in his career.
Kell Brook.
No, you type it in the private chat, big dog.
Trip.
That's why I said to leave out no freaking biasness. You type it in the chat and you can see who pretty much typed it in there first. So I won't have nothing to do with it. Who was the first undefeated fighter that Errol Spence faced in his boxing career? So I have Cooking with Sir Senior said Mikey. He put Garcia. Come on, Sir Senior. Like Blunts, you wasn't even up here, bro. Blunts, you wasn't even up here. You wasn't even up here. You missed out, big dog. But hey, since you had this the first time, I give you that. Blunt said Larty. Blunts, I'll let you in because you're a soldier now. But you wasn't up here when I got down to the first question. You know what I'm saying? You there, Blunts? Blunts, you there? Blunts. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. So it was Emmanuel Larty. Cooking with Sir Senior. I said the first undefeated fighter. The first undefeated fighter that Errol Spence faced in his career. Not as a welterweight. I said in his boxing career. It was Emmanuel Larty. So that's one for Blunts. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can see the question that I put over in the private chat and the answers. So you know we got Mikey, Garcia, Kell Brook, and then Blunts came in with Larty. And Cooking with Sir Senior said, I messed up. Can answer more than once. You can answer more than once. If I don't deem anybody with the right, that means you ain't got it right yet. I'm gonna tell you. If I don't say you got it right, that means that ain't it. Kell Brook wasn't it. Kell Brook wasn't undefeated. He had already been defeated by Gennady Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't undefeated. I said the first undefeated fighter. So we go to the second. All right. So, y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes,
Are
sir.
y'all awake? Are y'all awake?
Yeah, we ready. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Name one boxer who medaled in the 2012 Olympics. Name one boxer who medaled in the 2012 Olympics. For the U.S., of course. The U.S. Name one fighter who medaled in the Olympics, the 2012 Olympics for the U.S. Blunt said Mean Machine. That ain't it. Cooking with Sir Senior. We got 1-1. We got 1-1. We got Blunts that won the first question, and we got Sir Senior said Shields. He is absolutely right. So we got 1-1. Blunts with the Larty, and then Sir Senior with Shields. It's that simple, right? I put my shit over here, and look, I'm gonna show y'all a thumbnail for the third one. All right, I'm gonna show you a thumbnail for the third one. Now this is gonna be a bit more. You're gonna have to put your thinking caps on. For those of you that might not have tuned in for the live, you might not know. It's gonna be a little bit different, but I'm gonna put this up. So the third one is gonna be based off a thumbnail. All right. So the only thing I want you to do is tell me. Looking at this picture, which is gonna be about Errol Spence, you're gonna see one thumbnail and 3 frames. That's all you're gonna see. One thumbnail and 3 frames. I want you to explain to me what the thumbnail, what the frame is that says "Beware of one 47. Let me know when that picture, where that's actually from that thumbnail. So this thumbnail right here, Beware 147. When was that? Was that before on the night of the fight? Was that after the fight? When was it?
Hey, can
Beware
you repeat that?
147 pounds. Put it
Yeah,
in the
when not.
book.
Yeah, when not. Can you repeat that?
So the question is, in the top right corner of this thumbnail, Beware 147 pounds. Was that Spence before he went in there and faced Crawford? When was this picture? Before he faced Crawford, leading up to the fight, or on fight week, or after the fight? The one that's up there when he said he's up there at Beware 147 pounds. Was that on fight week or weeks before the actual fight took place, or after the fight? When was that frame? When was that frame? When can you tell me that frame? Because I did a live stream on it. Was it on fight week, prior to fight week, or after the fight altogether? Let me see. So, Cooking with Surf Senior said before. And if you look on there, Cooking with Surf Senior actually put the answer in there before everybody else. So Surf Senior is up 2-1, and that's how easy it is. Surf Senior gets the $10. You know what I'm saying? It was before the fight week. That picture with Errol Spence right there was before the fight week. It was before the fight week. These three pictures right
Hold
here.
on now. Which one is it? Because you say, because when you repeated it, Sir C say after, and then you got Cedric saying weeks before. So what we on? What we on? Because they changing their answers. They changing their answers mid moment.
Then I went to
But you just put after right after that.
No, I said the frame that says Beware of 147 pounds. Is it before fight week, during fight week, or after the fight in general?
And I said before.
It was during fight week. It was during fight week. That's my answer. If we being specific, it was during fight week. That was like 4 or 5 days ago.
You sure?
I'll be in the stream. I'm positive. That was during fight week about 4 or 5 days ago.
With who?
With who? What you mean? The top right corner was from the stream you did 4 or 5 days ago.
No, I didn't say when I did a stream. I didn't say when I did a stream. I'm talking about that actual frame. That actual with him in a tank top, Errol in a tank top. Was it during fight week or before fight week or after the fight in general?
I'm gonna stick with during fight week.
No, it was before fight week. It was before fight week. He was in an interview. It was before fight week.
Yeah, that's the interview. Then the one to the left is the week. Then the one after it is obviously after.
All right, what interview?
First, second, and third question before everybody else.
I just had to make sure because he put after in the same minute, like a minute after that when you repeated the question. So I had to make sure he was, you know what I mean? I stuck with mine though.
No, both of y'all said before, which both of y'all have the same answer there, Blunts, but Sir Senior put in his
right.
Yours.
I was just saying somebody asked to repeat the question, so I didn't know if you added specifications to it.
Look, what's crazy about it, both of y'all was actually right, and it says 8:48 p.m. But Sir Senior comment came in before yours. Both of y'all comment says
right. No, it's cool. No, I'm just saying. I was saying, did somebody ask you to repeat the question, and I thought you added specifications to it. But either way, I was still wrong. It's all good.
Yeah, Cedric said that. Cedric said repeat it. Cedric said that. So y'all know how that
was fine. Yeah, that was dope. You gotta do that more often.
No, it was all cool. That was just the first one. You know what I'm saying? That was just the first one. But I wanna ask Sir Senior.
Yes,
Do
sir.
you want to double that up and see can you double up that $10 to $20 with the next question? But the only thing about it now, it's a twist. Okay. I'm gonna take this down. Being that you and Blunts is up here, do you want to double it up and allow Blunts to be a part of the $20? Or you just want to take your 10 and keep it stepping? Do you want to try to double it up and say, okay, it's going to be open to you and Blunts? So basically, look, if Blunts win the next one, it'll be you with 0 and Blunts with 20. But if you win and you put the answer in there before, it'd be you with 20 and Blunts with 0. But if you agree, you're going to agree that you and Blunts are both going to participate in this next question.
Damn, I lose my 10 from the question I answered with Larte.
Bro, check this out. You didn't listen to the instructions, Blunts. I said,
all right, what's the instructions?
Out of three questions, who answered the most? 2 out of 3. Sir Senior got 2 out of 3. He answered them first, 2 out of 3. It's not whoever answered the question for 10. It's you
all
had
right,
three people
I got
on the
it.
panel.
All right, let's get it.
3 people on the panel. Yeah. What you gonna do, Sir Senior?
Nah, I just keep the 10.
All right. I'm gonna give y'all one more opportunity since y'all the only one on the panel. I'm gonna up the ante. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna up the ante. Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Okay, check this out. This is gonna be for 20. But it's gonna be one freaking question. Whoever puts it in the private chat first will get the money. This is gonna be for 20, 20, 20. Just one single 20. Y'all ready?
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
ready? Blunts, you ready?
Yeah.
Name the fighter that Inoue, Naoya Inoue, beat to complete his bantamweight undisputed. Name the fighter Inoue beat to complete his bantamweight undisputed. Who did he beat to complete his bantamweight undisputed? Blunt said Butler. God damn, he smoked you, Sir Senior. God damn, dog. I gotta give it up. It both say 855, but Blunt's comment is in there first, dog. He said Butler. It was Paul Butler. You said Donaire. You was wrong anyway.
Let's get it, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So Blunts get the 20 twin and freaking Sir Senior, you have to tell me your cash app. Put your cash app in the private chat. You know what I'm saying? Put your cash app in there. Yeah, Blunts got the 20 and you got the 10. Hey, you didn't want to go all or nothing. I'm just trying to make it interesting, dog. But he said Butler. You know that's the good thing about it. You don't need to say the whole Butler was the dude for Inoue to complete it. You know what I'm saying? So you said Donaire, you would have been wrong anyway. So let me send Blunts his money right quick. Sir Senior, have you dropped your cash app yet or what, man? Sir Senior? Hey, Blunts, let me know when you get that, bro. Can y'all hear me? Are y'all still there?
Yeah, I'm in here.
Okay. Okay. Let me know when you get that. All right, I'm sending yours, Sir Senior.
Appreciate you, OG. Good looking out, OG.
I got one more for you, y'all. If y'all the only two done click the link, I got one more for you. If you would to make some more.
All right, let's go.
It's up to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Let's get it.
I'm sending Sir Senior his stuff right now. Though. And this is gonna be the easiest that you able to answer questions. This is gonna be the absolute easiest. I'm not talking about today. I'm not talking about this next question. I'm just talking about these questions in general. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
Hopefully this is it. I think it is, yeah, for you. So let me know if you got that, Sir Senior. I just sent it to you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, for sure, for sure. So hold on for a second, y'all. Y'all there?
Yeah.
All right, final question,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It's for 2020 twin. It's for 2020 twin. Final question. Nobody else can get on the panel. This y'all wasn't up here clicking the link, so it's only between Sir Senior and Big Blunts for the final question. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody else get up here, then I have to do a whole nother, it has to be the first one, period. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, I'm just gonna stick to what it is. They was the ones that was up here, so I'm gonna let them try to earn the money. All right. So I put the final 20 in the chat. Whoever gets in there first with the right answer, that's who get the money. All right. So the final question is this. Let me see how I'm gonna word this. Let me see how I'm gonna word this. Who, y'all ready? Who did Francisco Estrada beat last before he was elevated to the franchise champion? Who did Francisco Estrada beat? One Francisco Estrada beat before he was elevated to the franchise champion. Who was the last person that he beat before he was elevated to the WBC franchise champion? For $20, whoever get it first. Who did he beat before he was elevated to the franchise champion? One Francisco Estrada. Big Blunt's got it. That's sir saying he smoked you. It was Roman Gonzalez. See, Blunt's got them internet fingers. He know how to look. He smoked. He smoked sir senior. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
Come on, senior, tighten up. I stay in the chat. That's them typing fingers all day.
Yeah, most definitely.
Damn, you was still in the block, sir. See you. God damn, man. Now I'm gonna ask you, Blunt, since you're a gambler. You want to add 10 on that and opening up the Sir Scene for one more final question and risk it? Whoever gets it right get 30. So that means if Sir Senior goddamn answer it, you don't get nothing on this round. The next question will be all or nothing. We're gonna add a dime to it. We're gonna make it 30. We're gonna add a dime to it. You a gambler? You know what I'm saying? You a gambler, dog. You a gambler.
Hey, you right. I'm a gambler, and the fight's coming up this weekend, so I'm gonna take that 20 you slide me and put it on this weekend's fight. Appreciate you, OG.
Okay, he don't even want to goddamn test the waters there, Sir Senior. God damn, I thought Blunts was a straight up gambler. You know, shit.
Oh yeah, we gonna gamble with this.
You just made good. Look, you just made good on the fight, didn't you? On Spence and Crawford.
Nah. I'm waiting on Ambi. I got 2 people supposed to pay me $200. I'm waiting on them. Man, hell nah. They ass in deep depression right now.
Money. If it's an Errolsexual, you'll never
I done seen a few of it. I done seen a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got about 4 or 5 people who did pay. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Sturdy individuals, stand-up people, even people all the way in New Zealand. You know what I'm saying?
And let me know if you got that, Blunts. Let me know if you got that.
OG, appreciate you, OG. But yeah, man, I definitely missed out on some money. Just like I think we both waiting on money, man. So
yeah, we are.
Yeah, shit is crazy, man.
So that's pretty much how that's gonna go to the chat. It's gonna be a lot more organized. This was the first time doing it, so pretty much Sir Scene was able to get a dime. You know what I'm saying? And freaking Big Blunts was able to collect a 20 twin twice. You know what I'm saying? That's 40 in the bank. He smoked Sir Senior out the blocks on the last question. God damn. Were you up there looking at Sha'Carri Richardson in the blocks? You didn't hear the gun go off? Shit.
It was Bumgarner. I was watching Bumgarner.
What the fuck, dog? Shit, man. Damn. I'm looking for Sir Senior to throw something in the chat. Nothing. Bruce Gas said Nonito. So if you're talking about the final person to get the undisputed, it was Paul Butler. You know what I'm saying? That was Paul Butler.
I was gonna say I got lucky with the Estrada question because I ain't been watching boxing that long. So only thing else I knew was Chocolatito and got there. That's the only 2 I know them. Yeah, I made together. So
yeah, because they only did that so they can have a trilogy. So basically, the one who got fucked over was Sor Rungfasai because he would have been the mandatory for the WBC.
Most definitely he would have.
Yeah, they elevated Juan Estrada, the franchise, which basically Sor Rungfasai should have fought Juan Estrada. Rungfasai got COVID, and then Jess Bam Rodriguez makes his historic debut. He comes up there and beat Juan Estrada and knocks out Sor Rungfasai, dog. Crazy.
Yeah, man. The Rungfasai fight was my first time seeing Bam.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he fought a very good fight. And then not only that, he defended the title and then moved down and ended up picking up another title.
Moved down right after that.
that's where we at, people. Hey, shout out to Cooking with Sir Senior and Big Blunts and Boxing.
Shout
That
out to
was able
you,
to take
OG.
advantage. Hey, the dude that dropped it there at the last minute, I had to keep it with the format. They was already on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's all good because I have to control and when y'all say that's a pretty easy way to do it in the private chat, whoever puts the right answer in there first, it ain't no debate. Y'all
Yeah,
can
that's
have
that's
y'all
I
can
Yeah,
like.
it's
have the
time
same
logged and
time.
all that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
time log. Plus, both of you, I think at one point in time, put in an answer at the same time, but um, it's all about who get there first.
yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So there's no debating. Whoever get there first, that's it.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's cuts out all the bias. It cuts out any. Oh, well, you
Yeah,
like him better. Oh, well, my mic was muted. Oh, well, blah blah
yeah,
blah. Nope. Use them
yeah,
fingers.
yeah, for real. You know, if you don't know right off the rip, at least you got time to look it up because it's whoever puts the answer in there first. Period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how that shit works. So pretty much what I'm gonna do is um
I know
I'm
what
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
try
do.
to
I'm gonna practice
I'm gonna
my
try to
typing
do this.
skills before I go against Blunts again because
Yeah, you
his
go.
fingers was fire. I was like, man, I ain't even gonna put nothing in there. He done got the whole word in there.
Yeah, man,
See,
I'm being
see,
that
see,
tap, man.
Blunts be on Twitter, so you gotta watch out for it. At Twitter, all this information. You gotta be on your shit, dog. For real, you gotta be on your shit. You on Twitter, you can learn a lot of stuff off Twitter now,
For
but
sure.
you also gotta go looking for it. You gotta go looking for the shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
who
ain't even
y'all?
got
Who?
a Twitter.
Oh, you don't? Damn, that's crazy. Hey, but this is what I'm gonna do. Hey, Sir Senior, I'm gonna bring somebody else on here. Blunts, I'm gonna bring somebody else on here. I'm gonna drop the link again. Anybody who want to go up against Blunts, right? It's only gonna be for a dime. It's only gonna be for a dime now. You gotta understand, Blunt's sitting heavy on 40. He's sitting heavy on 40 now. You're gonna have to be on your shit. But if you
Yeah,
want
you
to
gonna
come
have
up
to
here
dethrone him.
and go against Blunts, he already done won twice. You know what I'm saying? And matter of fact, even one person, I'll allow Sir Senior to stay up here. Y'all can all compete for one more question for a dime. You know what I'm saying? So anybody want to click the link, here go the link one more time. You know what I'm saying? Here go the link. We're gonna make the best out. I appreciate y'all donating to the channel. I'm gonna definitely try to get back to the ones in the chat. I don't know what the schedule's gonna look like, but if you in the chat and you want this next question, I give you 2 minutes to click the link. You understand? Whoever's up here first, that's who get on. So I give you 2 minutes. This is gonna be a bit more difficult question. So I give you 2 minutes to hit the link. All right, cool. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So, singing, y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Anybody else who want to get in on this dime? $10 for one question. Since I got two people up here that already won money, it's gonna a difficult question. You know what I'm saying? According to how your fingers, you know what you can do with it. Okay, nobody else. All right, the doors are locked. No more entries. So, who did Henry Armstrong beat for the welterweight title? Who did Henry Armstrong beat for the welterweight world title? Damn, that Sir Senior. Blunt smoked you, dog. Jesus Christ. You must be typing on a motherfucking typewriter, dog. Damn, he smoked you.
He gonna respond back in the chat talking about some, yeah, I am.
God damn, he smoked you out the blocks again, man. Blunts is like the undisputed right now, man. Y'all gonna have to be quick on your shit, bro, because it's certain ways on how to find out that answer real quick. You know, it's certain ways. You know what you're doing. It's certain ways, but the first one to drop the answer in there, that's what it is. That's up to y'all. Just let me know if you got that, Blunts.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Damn, Blunts
I ain't
walked
gonna
up
lie,
out of
this
here
pretty
with
dope though. I
Blunts
was just
walked
gonna
up
say
out of here with a
I'm a
50. And Sir Senior walked up here with a dime. A Senior, you started off, you had a little twitch in your step, but you got smoked out your motherfucking shoes, dog. Damn, that's as easy as it get right there. Of course, the questions are going to get where they are, but whoever's the first to put it in the chat, that's up to you. However you come up with the answer, that's totally up to you. It's
I'm gonna
ways to
work on
get
my
the answer
boxing
quick as
knowledge
possible.
now. Might have to
Was
do
that
my
something?
research, man.
Was that a question you knew, Blunts, or you looked it up, or what?
Nah, I definitely had to look that one up. I wouldn't know that.
Well, you must type goddamn 100 words a minute then, because I think Sir C you was typing with your index finger alone. Goddamn it, like that's it. Cause you didn't put shit in the chat. But now y'all know how that shit worked, man. It was good shit, man. You know, gave away some money back to the chat community. You know, the hottest chat in the game. You know, Blunts came out with a 5-0. Sir C came out with the dime. And you know what I'm saying? It's not going to be every day, of course, but yeah, when I let y'all know, that's as easy as it get right there. You be the first one to put that shit in the chat. That's how you get it. So
That's
be on
pretty
your
dope.
shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come up with something too, man.
Yeah, it ain't no judges. It ain't none. Whoever put the shit in the chat, it could be 8. It could be the same time. But if you didn't put it in the chat first, hey, you ain't getting the money. You feel me?
All right.
But I appreciate y'all pulling up, fellas. Real talk. We'll do it again.
Appreciate you, OG, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. So everyone in the chat, you know, hit the like button. That's pretty much how you know, the trivia aspect is going to be. It don't get any simpler than that. I feel that, you know, those of you that's donating to the channel is good to give back to the chat community and work on your boxing knowledge, because a lot of people are in the chat just to chill, and you know that's what it's supposed to be, just to you know, be in the company talking boxing talk and so forth. But that is an opportunity for you all to work on your boxing knowledge and learn how to type. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever put it in the chat, that's it. You can still, you know, not be the most astute boxing person when it comes to knowledge. But if you're able to look it up and drop it in there, still works out the same way. You feel me? So, but moving forward, we shall, chop this up again. I just felt like, when I did this thumbnail right here, I just felt like when it came down to the whole situation of seeing thumbnails over here with the Dr. Scam 805 and doing a lot more research and listen to the video as a whole, is that, when somebody say, okay, then you come over here and use an expert on steroids. Well, steroids isn't a neurologist. You know what I'm saying? That's two different areas right there. You're talking about something that you put into your body for enhancements, vice what your body has been put through or subjected to. That's basically causing you to have residual effects in a negative way. Both performance-enhancing drugs or you being hit or having CTE can cause residual effects, but that's not where we at with it. You know what I'm saying? Steroids don't cause you to have CTE damage. You know what I'm saying? Can it mess with your physical anatomy? That's a whole nother science. Of course it can. You're putting chemicals into your body. We've seen bodybuilders die at a young age from abuse. They have overgrown, heart disease and all this other shit. But we're talking about boxing. We're talking about a specific boxer. We're talking about a person who's acting as if they're prognosing Errol Spence Jr. based off what they see in the comfort of their living room. Look, we know that that's not how it works. You're not going to look at a TV and say, oh, well, that's what he is. He was high on marijuana. What if he wasn't? What if he was? You're just guessing in the dark at this point. You know what I'm saying? You don't have any type of criteria to attach yourself to Errol Spence just because you saw him on TV. Look at this right here, y'all. This is 3 different times of Errol Spence. And he's talking about the way he looked on fight night. If you look at the one to the far left, that's the way he looked when he was sitting in the locker room waiting to walk out to the ring. He was already dressed in his trunks. That, of course, the Beware 147, that's when he was, prior to even fight week. So, he still has the same look. Even after the fight, he has the same look. You know what I'm saying? He has the same look. So for this guy to assume that, oh, he has residual neurological issues, I'm not saying he don't. I said that shit, last year, that he has residual effects. I did. I even spoke about neurologically due to the head trauma potentially he received, but I wasn't at the accident site. I wasn't there. I was just going off what I've seen from him speaking in his Olympic days, when he was younger in the game, when his Olympic days up to his professional debut and, his tenure as a professional to after he had the accident and so forth. But also I'll take in consideration that Dr. Scam 805 wasn't around when he fought Danny Garcia and Yadinas Ugas. You wasn't around because the fights wasn't as epic as you just seen. So you didn't take the time to come over here and start talking, and you and your homie get together and come up with a way to get more viewership and for a video to go viral, because they know y'all a bunch of ants over here. Y'all just run up on any little piece of morsel, and that's just what happened. Even I spoke on it, but I'm speaking on it in a way that I'm like, man, they just taking advantage of the moment. One of the biggest boxing matches, and here you are, you having a guy who's claiming to be a doctor in a certain field, which is not as a neurologist, but he's claiming to have did or completed exams, you know what I'm saying, prior to in his life. And primarily his patients are elderly patients. And he's talking about how looking at Errol Spence, it seems like he had neurological problems. He wouldn't approve the fight because he might have early stages of this, that, and the other. Well, you can't remotely prognose somebody in this particular case, just from looking at, oh, you see his eyes? He was high off marijuana. You hear him talk? That's because he can't really figure out what he want to say. That can be somebody out the hood. You know how many dudes out the hood that didn't go to high school, and when they should, they was skipping classes and dropped out? I mean, they English so broken up, you'd think they own something too. They smoke weed and don't do shit, but they don't have no problems. You know what I'm saying? Except how being a bum, they don't have no problem as far as, you know, what you're trying to prognose with Spence. So y'all be careful about listening to this guy. Y'all got to be smarter than that, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't just listen to somebody and say, well, he know what he's talking about. He hasn't even dealt with the age group. He hasn't even dealt with the fighters in the sport of boxing, bro. He has no history of fighters, you know, that potentially may have CTE that's been under his care. Not a one. Not a one, bro. Not a one, man. Yeah, Cedric McMillan, man. Young dude, man. I watched him compete in the Olympics. All that. That man died. Yeah, I'm gonna get off and go watch Bernie the Boxer, man, and listen to him talk his shit, man. Till next time, man, y'all hold this down. I'm gonna drop over there and see what Bernie the Boxer doing. I'm pretty sure he got a lot to say. It's gonna be fire. So y'all go over there and support Bernie the Boxer. In the meanwhile, you know, make sure you hit that notification next and tune in. I'm out.